This is the Dzogchen Semde Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For multiple decades, I spent about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that you would not have to. It is Luke Skywalker, mid-morning. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi. After we chant the spontaneous song of our real nature. This is obvious. If you're joining me on the Clock app, if you want to chat with me, you'll want to switch over to the Tube app simulcast, whose link can be found in my bio. If you are seeing text on your screen, in addition to my silly face, then you are at the right place. Dujum Jingro Rinpoche, spontaneous song of all real nature, calling the teacher as if from afar. The essence never changing, the natural and elaborated condition, primordially pure, profoundly luminous, you dwell in the youthful vast body. Dharmakaya Guru Yeshe Dorje, care for me, inspire me to gain the vast assurance of the view. The nature unceasing, the mandala gathering, the union of luminosity. You who dwell in the spontaneously perfect display, complete with the 5 certainties. Samboka Kaya Guru Deshe Dorje, care for me, inspire me to perfect the great strength of meditation. The compassionate capacity unlimited is wisdom free from extremes. You who dwell in the... So by the way, these two extremes would be the tyranny of dread and the tyranny of desire. Instead, we practice the liberation of dread and desire, wherein we notice what's going on, but then we relax and go with the flow. You who dwell in the essence of all pervasive naked awareness and emptiness. Nimanakaya Guru Drodulingpa, care for me, inspire me to master the great enhancement of Kaidakshin. The primordial ground of self-awareness is unmoving and unchanging. So the key to this whole enterprise is exercising the courage to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice whatever perceptions of sights, sounds, sensations, flavors, scents, and the like, including emotions, intentions, thoughts, memories, and imaginings, cartwheel across the stage of our mind. Whatever arises is the play of the Dharmakaya. Take 2. Whatever arises as the play of the Dharmakaya is neither good nor bad. Since this present awareness is the actual Buddha, I find the Guru of openness and contentment within my heart. When I realize that this genuine mind is the very nature of the Guru, there is no need for attached and grasping prayers. of contrived complaints. By relaxing in uncontrived awareness, the free and open natural state, I obtain the blessing of the aimless self-liberation of whatever arises. So, patriarchy tells us, patriarchy tells a story from both sides of its mouth. On one side it says, don't bother manifesting, have nothing and like it. On the other hand side it says, hey man, if you are poor or sick or have bad relationships or are mentally unwell, then it's an indictment because you suck. Gee, patriarchy, thanks. Matriarchy tells us something different. That it's not the pleasures or pains that define us. It's what defines us is our ability to notice them and to make peace with them. Now, this might sound like we've been called to do nothing, but the great irony is this. The more we notice and relax in harmony with our breathing, the more our choices, utterances, and deeds flow. Not from contrived calculations, nor from wild scatterness, but instead from love's deeply centered spontaneity. So what we want to do is take action in the most sustainable, most wise, most spontaneous, most centered, most loving manner. This is the ultimate blessing. To be able to notice is a blessing. To be able to release or relax is a blessing. To be able to flow is a blessing. When we define ourselves by these three wholesome blessings, everything else takes care of itself in the most wonderful way. Buddhahood is not attained by fabricated dogmas. Speculative meditation fabricated by the intellect is the deceiving enemy. Now clinging to style and manner is destroyed by with crazy abandon. May this life be spent in this state of uninhibited naked ease. When I first read uninhibited naked ease, I thought that was dirty Tantra, and I was terribly enthusiastic. Imagine my surprise when I learned that naked ease is a reference to being comfortable with profound vulnerability. Joyful in all action, the Dzogchen yogi. Happy in any company, child of Padmakara. Lord who has no pure great treasure, revealing Guru. Dharma without equal, hot essence of the Dakinis. So we just enumerated all these superlatives to remind us that there is nothing more powerful than vulnerably noticing, relaxing, and lovingly flowing. Having naturally purified the great illusion, the heart's darkness, the radiant light of the unobscured sun continuously arises. All that comes up, whether it's external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, convenient or arduous, glorious or grotesque, all of them are grist for the mill of noticing, relaxing, and flowing. Those three things are our purification, or our means of purification. This good fortune is the kindness of the Lama of our awareness and release, our only father and mother. O Lama of our awareness and release, Of unrepayable kindness, I only remember you. So that was a fun chant and a great review. And now it's time to meditate. Let us avoid the pitfall of exhausting the medial prefrontal cortex right behind our forehead by actively focusing on either our chest or our breath. Instead, let us emulate an enthusiastic piano student who is so enthralled with the score and the keyboard that they merely hold the clicking sound of their metronome in passive peripheral awareness. Whoopsie, that was an error. Similarly, as we passively notice air filling our chest, let us silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this. Similarly, as we feel air exit our chest, let us silently and mentally recite the verb ease. So ease reminds us of the Diana Ross singing Ease on Down the Road in The Wiz. To keep track of our first set of 12 inhalations, let us rest. Let us use the tip of our left middle finger. Second thought, let us use the tip of our left little finger to support the lower knuckle of our right little finger. To enumerate or count our first set of 12 inhalations, let us turn our attention to our right hand and advance our right thumb every time we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation. Let us do this together right now, beginning at the bottom, or beginning with the lower crease of our right little finger and concluding with the upper crease of our right index finger. Counting these 12 inhalations took approximately 1 minute. If you would like to meditate for an additional 12 minutes, I recommend counting 12 sets of 12 inhalations each. To keep track of our next set, let us touch the tip. I'm having trouble with my hands. Let us touch the tip of our left thumb to the lower set of creases. Upon our left little finger. And then return to our right hand. Having collected another 12 inhalations, we now advance our left thumb to its next set of creases. And now you get now that you get the basic idea of how to count 12 sets of 12 inhalations each, let us rest our hands palms up in our lap. Having survived the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, many people are manifest crazed. And they definitely want to push away all their sufferings and reach effectively for all that they would think that they hope will bless them. Fortunately, the most efficient way to do that is also the easiest way. According to the Buddha, we are already wired to notice our stresses, be they circumstantial, physical, interpersonal, or mental. The very act of spontaneously noticing our stressors as we breathe in, relaxing as we breathe out, is the most efficient way of transcending them. Similarly, whether we want to or not, we are wired. As a matter of survival, we are wired to notice circumstantial pleasures, physical pleasures, interpersonal pleasures, and mental pleasures. And we're wired to automatically float towards them. All we need to do, therefore, is notice whatever comes up, whether it is a perception or an intention or a thought or a memory or an imagining. Notice it as it comes up, relax as we breathe out, and the manifesting takes care of itself. This was not only taught by the Buddha, who was known as Gautama or Shakyamuni. It is also taught by the great Buddhist reformer Prahevajra, who was also known as Gaurab Dorje. And if not taught, then at least inferred. For those of us who long for our government to exist in service to society instead of existing in service to capital, it can be tempting to fall for the bait of accelerationists who would invite suffering in the hopes of sparking revolution. Not only does that an indulgence of our rigid and controlling tendencies, it is antithetical to empathy. For empathy and cooperation are the key to happiness and fulfillment for one and all. And it is our noticing and relaxing that serve as the dynamo of our liberation from the tyranny of both rigidity and controlling. Let us disengage our left little finger from our right little finger, and instead use the tip of our left index finger to support the lower knuckle of our right index finger. Or in second thought, let's work with our middle fingers. Let us use the tip of our left middle finger to support the middle knuckle of our right middle finger, palms up in our lap, as we continue to count 13 sets of 12 inhalations each. By the way, the moment you have a specific question about the philosophies or techniques that support meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window, for I tend to check for questions about once every 13 minutes or so. Testing, 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 testing. Having sat for the better part of an hour, we might find it refreshing to perform senior citizen squat thrusts. These are as optional as they are beneficial. I'm going to take a moment to swing my laptop around. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. For Meditate Like a Jedi is made possible thanks to the generosity of viewers just like you. In approximately 8 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's dusk practice of Meditate Like a Jedi. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.